was a woman. Oh my, you are so beautiful, and I am so goddamn lonely on this island. Would you please be my girlfriend? Wait, no, no. We got some cool new stuff though, like swords, shovels, apples, armor, and a quiver for arrows. New world type options were added as well, like floating, islands, flat, and original. And if you get sick of those, turn it to hell mode and replace all the water on the map with lava. Speaking of hell, flint and steel was added so you can accidentally burn down an entire forest. Then, one of the most monumental updates happened thus far. Notch got rid of infinity flowing water and lava. They were then re-added 2 days later. And now, you are given 99 source blocks of each. Notch, what the hell were you thinking, man? Why would you ever do that? Random mossy cobblestone cubes now generate in the map, and they have chests with TNT and wool inside. A new ore just got made, and it is very durable. An item called a gear was also added, and it has no other use other than to spin around and around and around and around. NPCs like Black Steve and Steve are born, and then they got removed 2 days later. Whoa, you can craft stuff now, and actually have to grind for your items instead of the game giving them to you. Since we can craft now, you can make crafting tables, which can be used to build things like golden tools, mushroom stew, and bowls. Beast Boy from Teen Titans was added for some reason, and then got removed a few days later. Stuck at the game? Now you can set it to peaceful mode, or if you're a true Minecrafter like me, of course, you can set it to hard mode. Giant zombies now spawn naturally in the world. Okay, maybe peaceful mode doesn't sound like a bad idea. Start your farming simulator experience with the newly added hose and grow stuff like wheat. Paintings can be made, and you can spice up your living room. Just look at this painting called The Wanderer Above the Sea. So ominous. Oh nice, we've entered the Infdev stage, and the world has become infinitely generated. Some natural spawning landmarks of this version were the Farlands, giant brick pyramids, and an obsidian wall that marked the center of the map. Notch decided to give you 1,000 of every block. Don't question it. Also, ores spawn differently. Mine diamonds at Y11? No thanks, I'll find them in the side of this cliff. The world is becoming more realistic, with bigger trees, smoother hills, 3D clouds, and larger caves. Water and lava aren't infinite anymore, it's about damn time, and you can gather some by using buckets. Every Friday for the next 9 weeks, Notch did something called Secret Friday, where he would add new items and features to the game, secretly. Pro tip, the void just got added, so make sure not to fall off the map or you'll die. For Secret Friday 2, those mossy cobblestone cubes now have spawners inside of them that spawn monsters, and they also contain legendary loot like saddles, which can be put on pigs. And boom, we're in alpha version now. We got redstone items like iron doors, levers, buttons, and pressure plates. Want to have a relaxing time mining for diamonds on a Saturday night? Here's some cave sounds. For the first time so far, we have a new biome, which was really the same old biome, but with snow and ice. You can get snowballs from them and throw them at things. Cactuses just got added, and so were cardboard boats that broke if you hit a microscopic speck. Need something new to farm? Try using reeds, aka sugarcane, which can be used to craft things like paper and books. Slimes existed, then got removed the next day. Nothing like chilling out after a day of mining while listening to 13 or Cats with your pet chicken. Now survival multiplayer exists, so you can grief someone's base that they worked for hours on. Look at that mysterious man with white eyes that just joined my world. He's just standing there minding his own business. Wait, I'm on single player. The first ever Minecon happened in a park in August. It had 30 people attending it, most of whom were not just family. For the last Secret Friday, we got compasses. Rip Secret Fridays, you will be missed. At least we got a one-time Secret Saturday that added fishing rods, crouching, and some paintings. I personally am a big fan of Pig Scene. The Halloween update happened on Halloween, which gave us the nether, some nether blocks, pumpkins, gas, and pigmen. Don't feel like getting materials for another portal? Spawn one in by pressing F4. The overworld also got new biomes like deserts and cold tundras. And we're already in the beta stage. New employees have just joined Mojang, like Jeb. The first ever cape became obtainable, and Deadma5 got some nice mouse ears. If you're having a birthday party, make some cake for you and your friends, or just eat it all because you have no friends. Taiga biomes, birch forest biomes, lapis, and squids now populate the planet. Smack this block and you can make music. Some people even go on to make entire songs with them. The content in the game itself isn't the only thing growing though. Minecraft has just reached 1 million sales, and these 2 guys called the Yogscast are starting to dominate the YouTube Minecraft scene. Set your spawn with a bed and just make sure not to use it in the nether. Wolves exist and are tameable with bones. If creepers weren't scary enough, if they get struck by lightning, they make much deadlier nuclear explosions. This can also happen to pigs, but they turn into zombie pigmen, or plants, or redstone contraptions like pistons and trapdoors. So addicted to Minecraft that you need to bring the game wherever you go, like the bathroom? Introducing Minecraft Pocket Edition. It's Minecraft, but since iPods are too weak for the Nether, here's a knockoff version called the Nether Reactor. Beta 1.8 is the biggest update so far. It added strongholds, mine shafts, new foods and mobs, new biomes and caves, villages, sprinting, and on top of all of that, chests got a new opening animation. Oh my god, that is nice! Mods for the game are also becoming popular, one of which was the Ether mod. Notch actually planned on adding a sky dimension, but it never happened. Beta's over, now it's time for version 1.0. We got the first boss fight ever, the Ender Dragon, which meant there had to be nether fortresses, blaze rods, potion brewing, an enchanting system, more new biomes, and now you can force animals to breed, then murder their children in front of them. Iron golems dwell inside of villages to protect the villagers. They drop roses if you kill them. All they ever wanted was a friend. Oh cool, there's an entire economy in the game based off of emeralds. You can use these to trade with villagers. Oh hey, villager, what will you trade me for this stack of emeralds?
Free bread, take or leave.
Oh sure, that is a great deal. I'll take your whole stock. Speaking of villagers, they live in the desert now. There's also temples with elaborate traps there and in the jungles. Stop building a giant dirt pillar at your house to find your way back home. Use a beacon instead, which can be made by killing the wither and getting a nether star. Cool, there's potatoes and carrots now. Just one more thing I can rob the local village out of. Quartz starts generating in the nether, and it can be used to make some pretty divine and fancy blocks. Notch, can you make redstone more complicated than it already is? Okay, here's some hoppers, daylight sensors, redstone comparators, and a dropper. My trusty steed. We are unstoppable. Nothing will ever kill us. I love you. Wait. What the f is that thing? Minecraft just hit an all-time high in relevance. That's pretty neat. This guy called Sky Does Minecraft, who worships butter, dominates the entire internet now. You can make a religion out of this. Don't want to buy Minecraft merchandise? Well, sucks for you since there's going to be some in every aisle of the store. More new biomes like acacia, roofed forest, and ice spikes are being added. Also, this disgusting looking block. Baby zombies not terrifying enough? Throw them on a chicken. Here comes the bountiful updates. It added diorite, granite, andesite, and coarse dirt. Okay, these blocks suck. Make sure your hostile mob sound is turned all the way down, or else you'll yourself when you boat past a Prismarine temple. Microsoft just bought Mojang for a small price of $2.5 billion. Notch then leaves Mojang and goes on to make some controversial tweets. One of the first things Microsoft decided to do was allow name changes, which made everyone happy. Then everyone got pissed because axes and shields became the entire PvP meta. Some people are even fighting with end crystals. Boats don't suck anymore, but if you hate boats, you could fly using an elytra from an end city. Polar bears are added because Jeb's wife liked them, along with other mobs like strays and husks. If you dig around for a bit, you may come across a giant fossil. But what creature could this have been? Maybe those giant zombies that spawned in Indev. I don't know, just a game theory. Minecraft just hits 100 million sales. That's more than how many people live on Earth. Woodland mansions are brought into the game, and they have angry men inside of them. And if you kill enough of them, you can become immortal. Minecraft Education Edition is released, which is made for schools to teach with? What the hell? Why isn't my school use this? Llamas sit at the top of the food chain. Mess with them, and they'll spit on you. I'm not gonna lie, these oceans suck. Let's add more mobs like fish, turtles, dolphins, and coral reefs. Oh shit, the RMS Titanic just crashed into these new icebergs, and now there's a bunch of shipwrecks and underwater ruins everywhere. Sleep deprivation will spawn phantoms, and the entire player base hates them. Those guys from the Woodland Mansions, now they ransack villages with their crossbows and big ravagers. Like, come on, ransacking villages and stealing all their stuff? How scummy do you have to be to go that low? Villagers start making decent trades, and you can force them to breed in small houses for a mending book or two. Foxes live in taiga biome, and pandas live in bamboo forests. Please, Puffles, stop eating. That is your 6th serving so far today. Please stop. The Minecraft movie is announced, which is my childhood dream come true. Next updates had bees and honey. Well, now the game is dead, but it had a totem of undying and some Swedish sky revived it. Then some green blob helped keep it alive. Before, after. Oh, well, that's a big change. Sir, I gave you 34 gold ingots, and you traded me 5 gravel in some string. That sums up the nether economy pretty well. Everyone voted for Glow Squid as their next president during Minecon Live. Totally wasn't rigged or anything. Mojang is finally listening to the community and is giving us a cave update, as well as bigger mountains and goats. And that's where we are now, over 10 years later. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a date with the love of my life. Thanks for watching.
Dad, you want to camp out, Dad? Dad, the person I was playing with last night is an asshole.
Why?
He said, oh, you're a noob. Oh, yeah, you're the one to teach.
Basically, we now have unlimited pandas. You want a panda, bro? I'll sell you a panda. We keep it low-key. I also fixed up the enclosure and, just spent a day with them. They're fun. The pandas got me spending more time on this side of the camp, and it needs some landscaping, so I cleaned that up today. But today I was inspired to make a monument to all of the dead pandas, and this mountain is pretty bare. I've been meaning to light this mountain up since I started existing here, and this is a good excuse for it. I'm going to need some quartz, though, so day 1135 was spent in the nether. Hopefully this comes out looking okay. I'm not the best pixel artist. Not sure what I'm going to do about the ears, but I think at least the face is getting there. I decided to go with a crying design to keep the mountain somber. I can't even remember how many pandas were lost. And the monument got even sadder when a creeper exploded during the final touches. Oh man, it just blew out the back of his head entirely. No, I fixed it, it's good, it's not gonna get blown up again, and I love it. So now I've got pandas, and I've atoned for all of their deaths. Time to grab some polar bears. This was way easier because they can be lassoed. I then slapped together a pretty basic polar bear enclosure fairly quickly. They live simpler lives than pandas. I'm definitely gonna have to spend some more time on this ice fight. This thing is ugly. Scaffolding and Google Images is what got me through most of the construction. Without that, I would have been done. I also layered in some snow. This place is looking a little wonderlandy. And once I get this glass wall up, it's ready for polar bears. If you're wondering, this is where the bears have been the whole time, tied up like the dirty animals they are. I left with 6 and arrived with 5, if I'm okay with those numbers. And it was truly finished day 1146 with the installation of this massive spruce tree. Oh yeah, I got polar bears, panda bears, this is nice. I haven't mentioned it, but pretty much every single day I make some serious melon profits. And hey, tonight it looks like raids are gonna work again. Let's get one. I've been meaning to test out my netherite armor for a while now, and not surprisingly, it performed exceptionally well. I was already very strong thanks to my beacons, but with the netherite, I'm even stronger. Not much happened day 1149. Tors was standing over my shoulder as I gave her a tour, and day 1150, I put my hero status to work, making some nice profits in Glasstown. Today, it's time to put some of those emeralds I've been making to good use. Sure, my house is tall, but it's not the maximum height that you can go in Minecraft. And that's what I'm doing today, big old house expansion. I have no idea how many emeralds it's going to take, so I just wanted to get started. My mansion's quite large. I'm really going to need some more emeralds for this. But if I'm putting these emeralds on my house, I'm treating these villagers well. So it's time to build some infrastructure. I'm building a new spot for some cartographers in the Pit of Profits. I'm going to call it the Pit. Right now, it's just a box, but it's going to make me so much money. Just putting on some of the finishing touches today. It's got a nice desert theme. I'm not going to light up the surrounding area of the Pit of Profits. I think that'll hurt the aesthetic. I added some iron golem muscle that should help keep stuff away. I'm also trying to find a clean way to infect all the villagers, and I have that in the back. Alright, I'm going to fix some things, add in some dogs, corrupt a little bit, and I think it's finished. Definitely a good idea to keep the pit unlit. Look at that. Ooh, so I got my first cartographer today. He's in the process of being cured. I'm gonna get 9 more, so I had to run home to make some potions for the villagers. Despite how it looks on day 1159, it's actually going pretty well. What's cool is it works 24/7 because these zombies don't die in sunlight. They die from arrows though. I'm really starting to perfect the strategy. I'm up to 4 villagers with 1 being cured today. The next day I got 3, so now I'm up to 8. 1 more day I should be done. I made just enough golden apples to get 10 cured cartographers. This is going to be really profitable. Now I've got 10 cured cartographers in the pit. It's time to test out these profits. But I'm going to do a raid first to maximize. Raid was fine, but they spawned in my polar bears. Come on. I had so many totems, I decided to jump off my house to flex. But what I didn't know is that when I hit the ground, I would lose my hero status. So now I have to do another raid. At least they didn't spawn in the pandas. It's really not much. I've got full netherite and max beacon. These guys are easy. So now the pit cartographers will give me 1 emerald for 1 glass paint. The way this trade works out, every piece of sand that I shovel is almost worth 3 emeralds. Needless to say, I made an absolute mountain of money here, and it was super efficient. And again, day 1169 was constant ding-a-ling sounds the whole time. In total, I got 2,951 emeralds, and that was it, IRS. And even with all of that, the house is nothing more than some emerald support beams up top. Well, looks like it's back to shoveling. At least all of these sand blocks are worth 3 emeralds apiece. Though it's not really shoveling with this shovel, it's more like a racing. I let that glass cook for a day, and in the meantime, I fixed up Glasstown. Yep, time to take out this old ugly cobblestone tower that I never used. I did a raid the next day. A witch killed a polar bear with poison. Of course I made profits, but truly, at what cost? I know I said earlier I was fixing up Glasstown, but this place is going to need a lot more work. My selfish capitalism has not been kind to these people. There's a lot of citizens to Glasstown, and no longer will they all live in a sandstone box. I mean, they're still going to live in sandstone boxes, but it'll be separate sandstone boxes. You know, I'm curious to see what happens. Today I'm just going to leave their door open and see if they go. And in the meantime, I'm going to grab Bad Omen for another raid. I completed the raid with no problem, and then the Melon Man set off some fireworks. That's kind of nice. Of course, then I went straight back to the pit and started collecting on some serious dividends. If I'm a hero and I sell every bit of glass that I can to the pit, I'll make 42 emerald blocks per day. Pretty good. Of course, all of these profits are going straight to my house, and by the end of today, I should have 3 corners done, so we're getting there. It doesn't really appear that the villagers of New Glasstown want their freedom. It's just all they know. Eventually, I'll force them into freedom, but for now, I let them rest. Now I'm getting pretty close to finishing up that 4th corner, and that should be the bulk of the emeralds for the top of this house.
Them better than you. See that? Remember last time you what's there? You just died.
Yeah.
You suck. With that, you gotta do solo then, okay? You must do one. You don't get one that, you get nothing for me on your birthday. You do win that. I'll give you something for you.
How do you drop it?
Easy, Dad. Just go there, boom, drop it. Go. Oh, give me that 5. These are jumpers. Now see? The spikes are gone forever.
I got it.
And that's right there. See, that's how easy it is. Ooh, that was a healing mode. No healing mode, Dad? Dad, what's that?
He's shooting at me. Excuse me.
Mercy.
Whoa!
Did he really have one that's broken?